front has been a real leading light for them in their charge through the Italian divisions that's taken them all the way to the Champions League. Well, whether it be a pre-season friendly, whether it be a Champions League semi-final, You'll Never Walk Alone is delivered with such gusto, such passion. And Liverpool are back to looking like Liverpool. Everyone's back now. Alexis McAllister, the last player to return, of course, this week. We saw him rejoin the playing squad this morning. Now it's time for the next batch to lay down a marker for what lies ahead. Florian Wirtz will get us underway for part 2 of Liverpool against Como. And the ball lifted downfield immediately by Jacquet, who has to chase all the way back, being put under pressure from Dovikos.
A nice early first touch. Maybe a little bit unexpected the way it came, but he'll show real composure and calmness to deal with that situation.
Talking of calmness, here's Liverpool's captain, Virgil van Dijk. Milos Kerkez looking for that slid ball down the line where Kaiki, another of the players that's been added to the squad in the off-season. One thing you'll notice about them is that they will like to get on the ball, they will want to attack. It's the way they set their stall out. When they were waiting at the end of the season, they'd finished their game, they knew what they'd done in terms of qualification. They were still waiting on a couple of results elsewhere, and they were all just stood on the pitch waiting around, and when they got the news they'd qualify for the Champions League, there was quite the party.
Well, when you look at the league table and you see them ahead of AC Milan and Juventus, that shows just how well they did last season and rewarded with a place in the Champions League this season.
8 years ago they were playing in the 4th tier of Italian football. Alisson away after some tidy defensive work by Jeremy Frimpong. That's Dominic Szoboszlai. Here's Ingamoa. Van Dijk, Liverpool have played that lovely. Kerkez. Van Dijk again. Milos Kerkez, who's had a busy pre-season along with Dominic Szoboszlai. They've been there since day one of pre-season. And what you've noticed is that they've really led the way, particularly with the young players that they've had with them, guiding them through the expectations of the far-flung trips, heading over to the United States, the expectations and the demands on the players on that sort of journey as well.
Yeah, and also a new manager in place as well, and ultimately wanting to show him that you want to be part of his plans, earn his trust.
It's fair to say that everyone starts with a clean slate. A new head coach comes in. The one thing that never changes is the badge on the front of the shirt. And that team that you play for, and a team that always has the highest of expectations. Szoboszlai, little touch by Gakpo, was just flicked looking for Isak. It was well covered and cleared away by Chalobah.
I think one thing that was really noticeable, certainly last weekend in the friendly against Monaco, was that first half performance from Liverpool. The manager's demands, wanting Liverpool to attack, had a number of attempts, created some really good chances in that first half, and will look to do the same, albeit a step up in opposition in Como from what Monaco was last weekend.
Monaco had finished just above mid-table in the French league last season. They'd struggled to cope with the dual demands of the Champions League and the French league. They didn't carry the biggest squad. They had plenty of injuries as well that didn't help them. Como are about to experience that for the first time, but Cesc Fabregas knows all about it, given everything he's been through in his very illustrious playing days. That's the ball that's lucky for Isak, and the goalkeeper Jean Boutet out very quickly from his goal line.
Yeah, good movement, sort of movement you want to be seeing from Isak. I think he's looked sharp, he's looked fit this pre-season, offering that movement in behind as Como try and play out from the back again. Look at all the red shirts pressing around that penalty area.
That's nicely done by Frimpong. And one full-back finds another. Look at Milos Kiko's on the charge. He felt he was fouled. The referee indicates it was more of a coming together. But he was flying there, was Milos Kerkez. And the referee, having had a think about it, has given Liverpool a free kick.
Yeah, he tried to play the advantage, a real positive play. There's your left back, always picking the ball up in central midfield there, driving past 1, 2, 3, 4 players, ends up getting clipped, and the referee deciding to give a free kick. We've seen Szoboszlai score some spectacular free kicks. From this angle, it looks more like it'll be a cross to me.
Well, it's certainly a long way to the right of the goal. What he does have is plenty to hit in the middle. Xhaka, Van Dijk, Isak, Gravenberch. It's towards Virgil van Dijk, and it's a good header away at the near post by Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah, it needed to be. Good delivery. I think that's one thing we'll see again this season from Szoboszlai from set pieces. Looking for Virgil van Dijk. There was 2 Liverpool players at the far post. Chalobah dealing with that one.
Well, Liverpool's corner, the first of the day. Szoboszlai, that's for Frimpong. Szoboszlai again. Teasing ball. Chalobah with the header. That's Isak! Well, it's a touch of magic that deserved better from Alexander Isak. Just wouldn't quite come round for him.
Oh, wonderful effort, wasn't it? Saw exactly what he wanted to do, try and bend it towards a far corner. Does everything right, thinks he's beating the goalkeeper. Comes back off the inside of the post. Really, really unfortunate there from Isak. I wonder if it got a touch or not from the defender. Slightly deflected it onto the post there.
Brilliant effort from Alexander Isak. He says himself he's getting sharper by the week. Liverpool's corner again. That's headed up and away. Szoboszlai will get it back. And Liverpool have started with a real intensity about them. Szoboszlai. Super ball to pick out Milos Kerkez. His early cross cleared away well by Ramon. But a really bright start from Liverpool.
Yeah, on the front foot. Better side already in these early stages. Come close with hitting the post from Isak there. When Kirker's got the ball, his first thought was, can I deliver the ball into the box? And that, for me, is what Isak will want this season. Balls into the box, allowing him to go and attack it.
It's nicely watched and nicely covered by Luis Mia. Another of Como's new additions this transfer window. Now they've got a man over here for a moment of the Italian side. And a chance for Baturina to make some ground. Szoboszlai with the challenge. Space comes on the wide right, and it's Jan Couto. They've done well to hold them on the edge of the penalty area there, have Liverpool. The strike comes in the end from distance. It was rather forced by De Cunha.
Yeah, I thought Liverpool did really well to get players back. Thought for a moment that Como would create an opportunity to test Alisson, but never really had the space. Liverpool getting everybody behind the ball to make it difficult. I think it was Wirtz in the end who got the block behind for the corner.
And so a first opportunity for Como from a set piece. Approaching the 10-minute mark at Anfield. Terrific start to the game. That's a good, strong header away. And Cody Gakpo it was at the near post, all the way back in there. Chalobah. Jan Couto, brought in on loan from Borussia Dortmund. They have used the loan market as well as the permanent transfer market, just like Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool with Ronald Araujo involved today for the first time. Expect to see him after half-time, no doubt. That's Kerkez. And he was fouled. The challenge just a bit too physical by Liberali.
Yeah, good bit of defensive play just before that, wasn't it, from Cody Gakpo? Just seeing the run there of the right-sided player and getting back to help out.
Jacquet. On by Frimpong. Wonderful feat by Ngamoa. Frimpong will chase. The ball will go all the way back through to Boutet in the Como goal. Van Dijk has the ball. Como wanted a free kick for the foul on Tassos Stovikos. Here come Liverpool again. Van Dijk. Kerkez. Cody Gakpo.
I think Liverpool will come up against this many times this season at Anfield, a real compact, organised unit. Can you unlock it? Can you open it up?
Well, Szoboszlai lost the ball for a moment. He soon has it back. And he's found Cody Gakpo here, who goes for the gap and makes it through the gap. Oh, and Alexander Isak tried to get a touch just to help him turn the ball home. It just wouldn't quite stick.
Well, it was brilliant, wasn't it, from Cody Gakpo on that left-hand side. Dancing past a few defenders, trying to find Isak, and just his touch got away from him there.
And that's a really good piece of work again, but Jacquet stays down. We've had far too much rotten luck over the last couple of years with injuries, particularly to centre-backs. Just Jeremy Jacquet to be suffering one today.
Just a relief, wasn't it? You know, when he goes down there, you're thinking, oh no, this was the moment before from Cody Gakpo. Look at this, brilliant. In between the pair of them, tries to find Isak. Isak's movement was good, actually, away from the centre-half. He just couldn't get that touch right to get an effort at goal.
The ball is back with Boutet inside his goal. And Como will carry the ball out as it's moved on by De Cunha. Chalobah. That's won back brilliantly by Alexander Isak. Wirtz, he beat his man, but the touch was just a fraction too heavy. Ramon will tidy up. Ryan Gravenberch just getting a bit too physical in the challenge.
You know, nothing came from it, but it was good to see Isak and Wirtz putting the Como defenders under pressure and winning the ball in a really dangerous area. Wirtz had options, just overran the ball. Bit indecisive in that moment, but really encouraging to see the work Liverpool doing off the ball to win it back.
That's a lovely piece of play by Keiki to help the ball on. And Como have runners. That's a brilliant bit of defending by Jacquet. Not only does he slide in and win the ball, he brings it out for Liverpool. And Ngamo couldn't quite keep it. And there's Alisson to gather. A touch of class about that from Jacquet. Appreciated by the most knowledgeable football crowd there is. Wait till he gets 60,000 people telling him man on. Here's Wirtz. Nicely done to slip the ball for Ngamo. Liverpool have moved the ball well in the 15 minutes we've had so far. And caused problems defensively for Como. Imagine, given their history, of which of course they don't have history in European football, their status, that they will be a pot 4 team, so they'll be a very dangerous pot 4 team in the Champions League. That's a wonderful piece of skill, and the cross delivered just behind Cody Gakpo, who was trying desperately to get there. Well, that was a dangerous ball, but they've done ever so well to bring it away. And now the counter thrust comes from the Italians. It's a lovely step. Well, that's a really good challenge once again. There's one thing getting initially around Jeremy Frimpong. It's another thing staying away from him. Great recovery.
Yeah, it was a little reminder about what the threat Como have. They're organised defensively, they're compact, but then they'll break. See here with the counter-attack, a little step over. I think he's looking to cross that for a little tap in for his mate in the central position, but good defending from Frimpong there.
De Cunha will go to take this Como corner. Congestion around the penalty spot where everyone breaks from now. It's only half away. De Cunha. It's a dangerous looking ball. And in the end, the header is up and over the top. Half a chance for Tassos Dovikos. And brought him in from Celta Vigo 18 months ago. He's been such a really good acquisition for them, the Greek international.
Some season, didn't he, last season? Scored a lot of goals.
Milos Kerkez. Couldn't find a red shirt. It's on by Jan Couto. Nicely done by Isak. Wirtz. Gakpo. Wirtz. Lovely play by Liverpool. The cross cleared away well by De Cunha, who's getting through a mountain of work at the moment for Como.
Yeah, really good play. All starts with Isak sharp to win the ball back, and then between himself, Cody Gakpo, that man there, Wirtz, trying to combine to create an opportunity, but exciting. And you can hear the crowd enjoying that sort of football. No effort in the end, but it was good attacking football to try and create something.
It's a really nice open game of football we've seen so far in the 19th minute of it. Liverpool have had the better. Can they turn those little chances into a goal? There's plenty of space here. Once again for Baturina. Little running behind is Decunha again. Just had a bit too much on it for him to gather it. Well, what a career he had as a player. He actually almost fell into the coach's job by accident. They got rid of the previous coach. He took over as the interim manager. He did ever so well. He didn't have his coaching badges then, so he couldn't stay on. He then had to go off with the Italian FA and complete his full coaching badge, and was allowed to become the head coach then.
Well, what you would say is he was an incredible player, and the fact that he's got the desire to go into coaching and had immediate success, a promotion, stayed in Serie A, and then ended up getting into the Champions League. He's had a real good start.
Well, here come Liverpool again. Engamoa. The shot was well blocked by Chalobah. Chalobah's been caught. Apology from Cody Gakpo. Well, he was on holiday, wasn't he, Trevor Chalobah? Having been not cast aside, but didn't quite make that England squad. And then he was called upon very late. Oh, that's come through for Isak. And Szoboszlai. It's just the wrong side of the post. Como almost gifting Liverpool a goal.
Yeah, but again, it's Liverpool players wanting to win the ball, looking to win the ball back. Alert. Isak alert there. He could have gone for goal himself. He plays it back to Wirtz. He finds Szoboszlai, manages to find space for the shot, and he can't quite hit the target. Opportunity for Liverpool, looking to press high, looking at the mistakes that Como may well make defensively, and alert to try and pick up those opportunities.
Yeah, Dominic Szoboszlai has been dialed in since day one in pre-season. Saw that with the goal that he scored in that first game, that hammer that he delivered with his right foot. Frimpong. Go back to Alisson. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Kerkez.
You were saying about Chalobah, who had one appearance in the World Cup for England. I think he was on the pitch for about 6 minutes and conceded a goal.
Jacquet. Frimpong, they're backing off. And Frimpong's ball, Cody Gakpo! Super Liverpool goal. Made quite brilliantly by Jeremy Frimpong. And Cody Gakpo made the finish look remarkably easy. It wasn't.
Yeah, a really good Liverpool goal, and a well-deserved Liverpool goal. Went on top, the right full-back there, Frimpong bursting forward. No one makes the challenge. He finds Cody Gakpo at the far post, and I just wondered, could he have taken it on first time? Just awkwardly bounces, so he has to take the touch just to keep his composure. Fires it hard and low into that far corner. It's a really good finish from that man there, Cody Gakpo, but created from the good work from Frimpong at right full-back.
Well, Frimpong has been lightning since this game has started. He's been everywhere for Liverpool. And that's a huge contribution to get them in front just past the midway point of the first half. And a goal that you sensed was on its way, given the way that Liverpool have started this game. That's Decunha for Baturina. It's another good challenge to win the ball. Soboslai for Milos Kerkez. This is Alexander Isak. Loves pulling out to this left-hand side and cutting in with the ball. Clever ball for Wirtz. Just taking a little bang there is Alexander Isak. And just slowed Liverpool's progress down with that attack. Know where Kerkez could go as Jan Couto saw the ball out of play.
Yeah, all eyes on Isak there. He's holding, he's rubbing his knee.
Knee on knee, little bang.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
They're sore, they hurt, but they're the sort of injury that lasts a couple of minutes and then go.
Yeah, he's back on the move again, isn't he? So important. He got this pre-season under his belt. He got that goal last week against Monaco. Did he get 2? He told me he got 2.
Yeah. Well, he's insisting that it was his goal.
Yeah.
The second one.
But always good to see him getting himself a goal, looking fresh, looking ready for a big season. You know,
what did your analysis say? Was it his goal or was it Florian Wirtz's?
Well, if he tells me it's his goal, it's his goal. It was
well,
really hard to tell.
Strikers' union. Strikers' union.
When you think I thought Liverpool were at least 20 goals short last season, and with Salah leaving in the summer, you're looking at Wirtz, you're looking at Isak, and you're saying, you know, maybe between the pair of them, they're going to have to contribute a lot of goals between them this season to help Liverpool score a lot more goals than certainly did last season.
Mattia Liberali has got a little problem here at the moment, which has just prompted the game to be stopped momentarily. He's up and he's okay now. Well, he's not moving too freely. Keep an eye on that. That was a firm old challenge from Xhaka. Came flying into the challenge with Baturina. Well, as Neil says, he was perhaps the most in-demand young centre-back in world football when Liverpool made the move for him. He'd been quite brilliant with Rennes. Outstanding at international level as well as he came through. He just seems to go from strength to strength, and he seems to have settled in so well to life at Liverpool as well. Frustrating not being able to play in the tour of America, to get out on the field with his new mates, but all the footage that you see from him in and around the training ground, he's very much part of the new Liverpool.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously with Canate going in the summer. Gomez picking up an injury early on. Leone not quite ready. I think what's important for the new signings is to be on the pre-season tour and just see how big this football club is around the world. It really is huge, and to some it can surprise them, you know. And so it was great to see he was on that pre-season tour.
Here's Ryan Gravenberch. Isak maybe not quite reading the intended dummy from Dominic Szoboszlai, who's on a one-man closing down mission. That was a late challenge by Gravenberch. It will carry on, will play, because they did have the ball, and that's Xhaka again. He's a strong boy. I think a few people are about to find that out if they go toe-to-toe with him. That's a lovely ball that slid through. Brilliant challenge, Jeremy Frimpong. Just snuck round the back and rescued Liverpool, because that was opening up into a clear chance for Como. Frimpong closed the door very quickly.
Yeah, he's just stopped at a certain goal-scoring opportunity.
Here's Milos Kerkez moving down the other end, delivering early. It comes to Florian Wirtz. And there's enough blue shirts in the way to close Liverpool down. It's Liberali.
Didn't find him, but Kerkez again delivering the ball early, looking to try and find Isak. And on the end of one of those crosses.
Baturina. Here's Jan Koto. Trying to go around Milos Kerkez. Baturina again. Liberali. Forgot the ball. And he gave it straight back to Liverpool. And gave it to Florian Wirtz, who's closed down very, very quickly by De Cunha. There's Baturina again. The ball delivered deep. Dovikos. De Cunha. Trying to work the opening, and the strike is good. The save even better from Alisson. Brilliant stop to deny Jesus Rodriguez.
Well, it's been protected really well this first half, but there you go, there's the first save he's had to make. It was one of those which certainly looked like it was going to be creeping just inside the post. Has to get down to his right-hand side and make an important save to stop Como equalising.
That's a really, really good save from Alisson. He's made many, many before, and he'll make many, many more. Well, Van Dijk's header away. And clearance more up than away this time. Bit of a miscue by Frimpong as well. And Baturina gets it back. Here's Koto. Baturina. Como just getting a foothold into the game at the moment. As we reach the half-hour mark, Liverpool have been dictating and dominating. That's a strike, which is just the wrong side of the post. Super hit by Keiki Bruno. Alisson, I think, could only look on and hope that it was going wide because it was travelling.
It wasn't far away at all, was it? Struck it really well, cleanly from the edge of the box. Thankfully, it was just the other side of the post for Alisson.
Well, they've won the ball back very quickly here. It's on by Jan Koto again. That's another one from distance, but this time Alisson with no concerns about that one from Lucas De Cunha. If he does actually come to sacking Cesc Fabregas, he'll have to be part of it himself because he is part of the ownership group, along with Thierry Henry.
Well, that'd be an interesting one. Must be ahead of schedule. Second season to get in the Champions League.
Well, I mean, it's a phenomenal achievement. As we say, 8 years ago, they were in the 4th tier of Italian football. That's a beautiful take. Glorious first touch from Cody Gakpo. His ball looking for the run inside that was made by Wirtz. Frimpong. Away by De Cunha. And Frimpong's absolutely everywhere at the minute. Stepping back to win the ball back. Gravenberch. Jacquet. Szoboszlai. He's got to hurry up there, Virgil van Dijk. He does so and moves the ball on with the minimum fuss. Jacquet for Kerkez. Cody Gakpo. Kerkez will hold his position. Liverpool will hold the ball. Szoboszlai will take over. Jacquet. That's Ryan Gravenberch. That's a very good spot and read by Chalobah. The ball will break for Dominik Szoboszlai. The shout is shoot. And once he gets the shot away, it will break for Frimpong. Might break for Ungamora as well. That's a good block. They defended the situation well, did Como. They were under real pressure first from Dominic Szoboszlai, then from Frimpong and Ngamoa.
Yeah, I think that's where you have to give Como real credit. You could see what Szoboszlai was trying to do, line up the shot, look at the blue shirts, trying to get out to block the shot, which is what they do. Trying to fly in with the challenge with Frimpong, and then when the shot does come in from Rio Ngamoa, it's blocked behind for a corner.
Liverpool building up a storm again. Szoboszlai's take, Van Dijk with the leap. He's beaten to it in the air with a very, very good header by Ramon. I think Jacquet saw that coming from De Cunha. Liverpool try again, the ball is delivered. And Virgil van Dijk had stayed forward and very nearly got on the end of it.
He's asking the referee, he thinks it's a corner. Real good delivery into the penalty area from Szoboszlai. Van Dijk had stayed up from the previous corner. Gets ahead of his man. And if he gets a slight touch and then deflected behind for the corner.
Well, he tried to convince Rob Jones, didn't he, the referee? A touch for De Cunha. It's a super challenge. Brilliant work again by Szoboszlai. Here comes Kerkez to join the flying fullbacks.
Yeah, just a quick line on the referee. So he's Wirral-based.
Yes.
But won't be allowed to do Liverpool games this season.
That's correct.
But he can do this pre-season one.
Yes.
Just clearing that one up.
Yeah. Ngamoa. Frimpong's ball. Away by Chalobah. Taken down by Dovikos. Liberali. Very comfortable in possession of the ball. Confident with it, Como. Ball is clipped onto Baturina. Yankoto making ground. A lovely slip through. A brilliant challenge by Jacquet again. Well, he's making this first half his own at the moment. That's another dangerous looking ball. Van Dijk says, I'll deal with that one. Liberali. And again, Van Dijk in the way.
We've seen a couple of moments in this first half. We saw one from Frimpong, which was a brilliant tackle and timed to perfection to stop a goal-scoring opportunity for Como. And we've just seen another one there from Jacquet.
That's a nice ball again. Again, they make good ground. This is Luis Mia. Dangerous looking ball. And guess who? Jeremy Jacquet there to turn the ball behind with another fine piece of defensive work.
He's enjoying himself out there, isn't he? Defending really well. That's the little question there as the ball came in from the right-hand side. I'm not sure he got there to clear the ball.
Well, that's it. 37 minutes in and they're already singing his name. He's won them over. Didn't take long. He has been outstanding for Liverpool so far. And that's offside. It's a little careless from Como. Tried to take the corner quickly, work it back to Liberali. He was guilty of staying in rather than getting out. And Andoni Iraola, I'm certain, will be very pleased with the way his side has gone about this first half. 7 minutes to go until half-time. They've looked dangerous going forward. He was very happy with how solid they were defensively this morning. Would have liked to create a little more.
It felt like a training game this morning. And the one thing it lacked, which is what football needs, fans. Players need to feed off that energy. Here this afternoon for this game, this evening here at Anfield, some fans allowing the players to really feed off that energy, and it helps the performance.
That's a ball that slid through, looking for the charging run once again of De Cunha.
It was brilliant speaking to a few of the kids outside as they're coming in with the mums and the dads. Who did they want to see? Szoboszlai, Isak, Wirtz, Rio. It wasn't just one player. It used to be Salah, whereas now it seems like they're so excited to see so many of the players out there.
Well, this is the new Liverpool. That's a foul by Dominic Szoboszlai.
Van Dijk got his mentions as well from a few of them.
He'll still be getting mentions. The time to come. Because he's another who will stand alongside the pantheon of greats in the history of this football club. It's a beautifully weighted switch from Luis Milla. From one side of the field to the other. Jesus Rodriguez helping it on. Liverpool want to nick it back, and they have nicked it back. The referee got in the way. He's going to have to go back and give Liverpool the ball.
Thankfully.
Yes.
Because that was a real promising moment for Como.
In the days before that that law was brought in, Como would have been in, and there was nothing that anyone could do about it, just a break off the referee. Although it is worth saying that he might have gone the wrong way, because Florian Wirtz is saying, hang on, I had the ball, not them.
Well, I'm quite happy for them to have the ball rather than having a goal-scoring opportunity.
Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half at Anfield, that's a wayward pass, which will be kept in play. Cleared away downfield where Xhaka with the challenge. Liverpool hustling to win the ball back and doing so really well. Lovely touch by Szoboszlai. This is Florian Wirtz. Kerkez for Gakpo. It's catching practice in the end for the goalkeeper. Just got underneath it, did Cody Gakpo. Could see what he was trying to do. He's looking for Isak, but the ball just seemed to come more off his ankle or his shin than off his foot.
Good run though from Isak, looking at his movement inside the penalty area. Made that run across the defender, hoping the ball would come to the near post. It didn't.
Well, they've given the ball away again here of Como. And this is Florian Wirtz, looking to slide it through for Isak. Again, the defensive cover was good from the Italians. There is the new man, Ronald Araujo, the Uruguayan international. The message he got from one of his closest pals in the world when he signed for Liverpool was, enjoy it because you're going to the best club there could be. And of course, Darwin Núñez.
Yeah. And did he say that before we'd announced he'd signed?
Here's Milos Kerkez. Szoboszlai. Kerkez again. Long. And put behind by Keiki Bruno.
Well, he's put it behind because when the cross comes in, there's 4 Liverpool players wanting to get on the end of that cross. And that's really good to see, players wanting to get on the end of deliveries into the penalty area. This was that ball in. Kerkez looking to deliver. You can see the red shirts behind for a corner.
And Dominic Szoboszlai to tee one up for Liverpool. A second right on half-time would be a lovely time to get one. What can the conjurer create here? It's towards Van Dijk. Header away is a good one by Ramon. Comes back to Van Dijk. And this is Gakpo across the face of goal! What a half it's been for Jeremy Jacquet. His first 45 minutes in a Liverpool shirt is capped with a first goal for the club. Doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, what a moment. Yeah, what a moment for him there. Jeremy Jacquet, absolutely magnificent defensively. Simple tapping. His centre-half partner thought about it himself. Van Dijk played the ball out there to the left-hand side. The right decision, and what a ball this is from Cody Gakpo. Really unselfish. Into an area to allow the players just go and attack that and have a simple tapping. And it's your centre-half tapping it in from close range. A really good time to score just before half-time for Liverpool to make it 2-0.
What a smile. A smile beaming as wide as the River Mersey. Jacquet, who defensively has been outstanding, now goes up the other end and nicks himself a goal. And Liverpool get that second right on half-time. Talk about dream debuts.
Well, what you would say is set pieces, they play such an important part, don't they, in the modern day game. Van Dijk, whenever he's up there, you think, fancy him to get a few goals. What did he get? 6 Premier League goals last season. Now with this fella, Jacquet as well, you're thinking, fancy him to get a few goals as well. Okay, maybe not tap-ins like that, but certainly be a real threat from set pieces this season, attacking and defensively for Liverpool. He is a big lad, he really is. Van Dijk slightly taller, but he's had a magnificent first half here, and whether we see him second half or not, the fans who've been here inside Anfield, the fans watching at home as well, really enjoyed the first glimpse of Jacquet in a Liverpool shirt.
Well, what a first half it's been from Liverpool. Getting themselves in front with a cracking finish from Cody Gakpo, who then turns supplier right on half-time to tee up Jeremy Jacquet on his Liverpool debut to tap the ball home from a matter of yards. In truth, it's all that Liverpool have deserved. They've been absolutely outstanding from the opening whistle, and they've been too good for Como. Half-time at Anfield. Liverpool lead the way. It's Liverpool 2, Como 0.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me. Stream new series and returning favorites, plus huge events. It's going to be the biggest year yet.
Welcome to the Running Man. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days. But the entire nation is hunting you down.
The grand prize, $1 billion!
Win this game. Change your family's life forever.
Hunt him down!
People will sell you out in a heartbeat.
What is happening?
Welcome to the Running Man.
I'm back. I'm really back.
Why am I here? I'm not dead, right?
Disruption on this campus will not be tolerated.
If I look crazy, it's because that's how I feel. I don't know how to live in two worlds.
There are others, but they're not like us. We need to get out of here now. Open your eyes.
Paramount Plus has a mountain of movies. Wow. New movies. Timeless movies. Guys who are running out of time movies. So get in on the latest blockbusters.
Trust me.
And we live the moments that get you every time.
And that's all I have to say about that.
A mountain of movies, now streaming on Paramount Plus.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
Can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
I lost my dad in my camp.
What aren't you telling me?
I'll never know what you've gone through, but I'm sure your dad will want you to be happy.
I will not lose the company that my husband started. I want success. Get it for me.
This business will bleed you dry.
Dad, I'm playing on the house's money now.
No, you're playing with the devil's money.
What's the plan here?
Gonna blow!
Yeah, well, I'm just getting started.
Landman. All episodes now streaming only on Paramount Plus.
Serie A is back in action. The opening weekend fixtures are here. A lot of big teams in action as well. We have Inter taking on Monza, Juve away at Frosinone, and Roma Fiorentina.
Yeah, that's a really good one on Monday because Fiorentina have really added well on the transfer market. I see them being a real challenger for at least a European place this season. So it'll be a fascinating start to the season for them.
Yeah, and all of these matches available on.
It really was a quick break from Liverpool. Gakpo finding he's a real good run forward there from Kirkes, delivers the ball into the box, and this is superb from Vitz. He knows what's around him. He's looking for his mate, putting it into a position for Isak, who just can't quite react in time to be able to get the connection, the effort he wants at goal.
Here's Jan Koto. And back the ball will go once again. And Chalobah will bring it away. And just the latest of the crop of young England players that are now playing abroad. Jan Koto, that's a decent ball. It's a very good take by Alisson under pressure. And just made it his.
He's switched on. He's alert when the ball comes in to make sure that he can get there. And he's not scrambling to get there, and it could be an opportunity for Como.
He's only a whisker away from finding Dovikos. Well, those boys were busy a few hours ago down at the AXA Trading Centre. We may be getting a little more game time during this game as well. Liberali, Jan Koto. Como are just looking for something to lay a foundation to get back into this game. That shot from distance from Liberali, never ever troubling Alisson's goal.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of frustration, wasn't it? Fabregas wanted his side to try and create an opportunity. They couldn't. Liverpool's defensive shape forcing them to have an effort from distance to try and trouble Alisson, which they couldn't do.
Rajo. Gravenberch able to take it and turn and move the ball through midfield. On by Szoboszlai. That's Kirkes. Oh, the ball was aimed for Isak. It was very well read and cut out by Ramon. Sweeping Liverpool move, of which we know them so well. Here they go again, and once again, Ramon's in the way, as Isak was looking to run in behind. Liverpool look sharp and Liverpool look lively, leading by 2-0. 10 minutes into the second half. Chalobah will go back to his goalkeeper. Szoboszlai just seemed to land a little awkwardly there. Play is going to go on. We'll certainly keep an eye on Dominic Szoboszlai, who has stayed down as play goes on downfield. Baturina. On by De Cunha for Jan Koto. Well, Dominic Szoboszlai has picked himself up. You can just see him there in the bottom of your picture. But he's not moving freely. Saw one.
He doesn't look comfortable at all. Have to keep an eye out for that one. See if he can run it off or not. Don't want to take any kind of chances with the season round the corner.
The last thing that Andoni Iraola will want today is an injury. We're hoping for an injury-free week ahead of that first game of the season.
Well, when you're looking at pre-season minutes, he's played a lot of pre-season minutes. So if there's any risk, take him off, don't you? So he is right. That was a good little sprint back from him there, though.
That's a good ball. It picks out Jesus Rodriguez. Trying to step away from Frimpong and catch Alisson out at the near post. And it's the wrong side of the post from Como's point of view.
Well, he gets his effort in at goal, and I just wonder why he didn't go across Alisson in this position. You see Frimpong trying to stop that cross coming in. Tried to beat Alisson on his near post. I think it'd have been better to have gone across him.
Rodriguez again. Little ball for Dovikos, wonderful take and turn. There's a brilliant challenge. Liverpool's captain coming to the rescue.
Oh, it's a vital challenge and needed to be. Inside his penalty area there. He was onside in that position. Flag didn't go up. Real opportunity for Como. And you're thinking it would be a chance for them to get a goal back. What about this from the skipper? Absolutely timed to perfection. Superb.
Dovikos thought he was in. De Cunha with the corner. Up jumped Rodriguez. Liverpool can't get the ball away. It's Chalobah. De Cunha. Jesus Rodriguez again. Araujo was in the way and then makes another challenge, and he flags up for offside anyway.
Yeah, that was a little example of what's he like in the full-back areas. Just stayed on his feet, didn't commit the challenge. Ended up catching Como in an offside position, danger over.
Here's Frimpong. And Gamoa for Szoboszlai. Starting to move a lot better now after taking that banger a couple of minutes ago. That's Gakpo. Szoboszlai continued his run. And returned straight through to the goalkeeper. And there's another problem, which is going to prompt a stoppage in play. It's Kayki Bruno who is down. Seems to have got a bang in the face, so will allow the two coaches to have a little word with their players and the players to get a drink on board.
Well, it was at this stage, wasn't it, last weekend against Monaco, where we saw a number of changes. We've only seen one so far at centre-back for Liverpool. And the question was asked, well, how much longer, how much further would a lot of the lads go, knowing that this was the last pre-season game? The likes of Van Dijk, he's only had 60 minutes of pre-season action. Gakpo, the same, he's only had 60 minutes before this game today. The pair of them, Gravenberch, Wirtz and Isak, they only had 45 on top of that 60 minutes. So you're looking at those sort of players and asking, will we see maybe 70, 75, or maybe even a 90 from one or two of those players today?
Well, Liverpool are going to bring on Luis Kumas in a moment. Having been introduced into the game a little earlier in the day. He's on to his second game of the day. He's about to come on for Liverpool. And it has been noted, hasn't it, that Andoni Iraola has picked him out as a player who's done really, really well in pre-season and worked so hard on his game. He really has caught the new head coach's eye.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with him. I wonder if it would be for Rio Engamora. It's the longest Rio's played in any game in pre-season out there so far. Kumas has really matured from his loan spells in the Championship, 3 he's had in total. He looks so fit.
Well, here does come that change. It is Rio Engamora who will make way.
Substitution for Liverpool coming off is number 73,
Lewis
Rio
Kumas.
Nicola. And he's replaced by 67, Lewis Kumas.
Can play anywhere basically along the front, and that versatility will always help.
I think at the start of pre-season he might have been a player you think he's going out on loan, and at the end of pre-season you're thinking he's asking the manager, if you need me. He's shown that he's certainly capable. I mean, this is the side he really impresses me. He gets back defensively. Brilliant.
Baturina. The cross is delivered very deep. It's going to come to Jan Couto. In by De Cunha, and Kumas' involvement is inside his own penalty area early on.
Well, he wasn't sure. He's just come on the pitch. Don't take any chances, which is what he did. He put it behind for a corner.
Well, they want to get on with the game here, De Como, as they try to come from 2 down. Baturina. Clever little ball for Jesus Rodriguez. That's De Cunha. Good challenge by Frimpong. Well won back by Luis Mia. Frimpong away. Further away by Soboslai for Kumas. That's a lovely take. And Soboslai's ball. Liverpool move early again, away by Chalobah. Again, they looked early for Isak. The challenge by Araujo. Isak couldn't quite find Wirtz. And Chalobah read it well. There's going to be a change here for Como. I think the player we probably expected to start the game. He's going to be the one who will come on, Nico Paz. One of the most highly regarded young players in world football right now. Liberali will make way. Nico Paz will come on to replace him.
He's replaced by 38, Asana Diao. Also coming off his number 30.
And the other player will come on as Jesus Rodriguez makes way. There's one of them who caught the eye a little earlier in the day, Asana Diao, who was the biggest threat they had in the game at Kirby a few hours ago.
Is that your way of saying he should have scored? He had a big chance.
He had a big chance, a good chance, didn't he? Yeah.
Probably the best chance of the game.
Yeah.
She missed.
Kumas. Just ran out of room.
And that's a challenge in itself, isn't it? You know, we're looking at Lewis Kumas coming off the bench. He played 25 minutes in that game a little bit earlier on. He's got to get his mind, his body ready to go again for this game.
Here's Frimpong. Van Dijk. Cody Gakpo was making a break, so too was Dominic Szoboszlai. Alexander Isak was making his usual run, but it didn't find a red shirt.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit flat out there at the moment.
Just those substitutions that have just taken place have just quelled the atmosphere for a moment. Here's Jan Couto. Chalobah. Nicely helped on by Paz. Jan Couto away by Van Dijk. Isak can't quite take it in. It wasn't the easiest ball in the world to take in, mind you. Diao. He's quick and he's direct. And clearance by Araujo.
Yeah, that's what you want to see when them crosses coming in. Obviously, you want to be stopping the crosses coming in, which we don't. But Araujo, when the cross does come in, is there, sees it, and deals with that danger and clears it.
Diao again. Chalobah. Yan Koto. Oh, Keiki Bruno very nearly lost that to Luis Kumas. Was then just left a leg dangling out of frustration more than anything. It's a yellow card for Luis Kumas, and one born of frustration. Thought he had the ball, he thought he nicked it, didn't he?
Yeah, and we don't see too many yellow cards in pre-season, but the referee had no option, did he? It was a blatant tripping up of the opposition there for a free kick.
Well, the midway point of the second half passes by. It's just got a little bit scrappy in the last few minutes. A game that's been very open throughout, with both sides playing a very good brand of passing football. It's just got bogged down in the middle of the field. Been a number of little fouls as well, which have slowed the game down a little. Here's Wirtz. Just glides with the ball, but can't release Cody Gakpo. That's another Fermo challenge. Diao. De Cunha. Bachorina. Chalobah.
I think Nico Paz was making the most of that little collision with Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, he's moving okay now. I think is the best way to describe it.
What nationality did you say he was?
He's Argentine, but he's got a Spanish mother.
Okay.
He's 21 years old, and he is. I mean, he was the best young player in Serie A last season. Great challenge by Araujo.
Well, Szoboszlai was given a yellow card, so the referee, the officials must have seen something there with that little incident with Paz. And maybe that's a warning just to Szoboszlai for this season. VAR might actually look at that one a little bit differently. I mean, VAR. That's one thing I am not looking forward to coming back next week.
That's a lovely turn by Diao. Jeremy Frimpong gave him a couple of yards and then went past him. It's a heavy challenge by Yan Koto to win the ball back. Diao and Allison right behind the shot. Saved it really well from Bachorina. And that's another Fermo challenge, and there's a little bit of afters. Yan Koto says he won the ball. The referee says otherwise, and it's another yellow card. And what was a friendly that was moving along quite nicely has just got a little fractious in the last few minutes.
A little bit tasty.
Did you like the tasty friendlies when it got a little bit meaty?
Is it ever friendly out there? But yeah, maybe the referee just practicing for next weekend himself. A couple of decisions he might well have let go a few weeks ago, just saying no, because the game was just simmering, taking back control of the game, the referee.
A very busy little passage of play ends with a yellow card for Yan Koto. That's his header back towards his goalkeeper, who will come across and gather.
Well, he hasn't been busy, has he, the goalkeeper, this second half? Haven't really asked enough questions, haven't really been in and around that penalty area enough. I think Como have been the better side this second half. Had the more efforts at goal, Latest one, testing Alisson there, it's a comfortable save, but we've had the better moments in this second half, Como.
Araujo. Back with Alisson, who's had to make a number of saves. More of them in this second half than the first, but his best one came in the first half. Regulation stops really for him in the second period. Liverpool about to make another couple of changes. Victor Munoz is about to get a little more time. Trainioni will be coming on as well. Florian Wirtz makes way. And Cody Gakpo is going to make way for Victor Munoz. Goal and an assist for Cody Gakpo tonight. He's hit the ground running at the start of this new season.
23, Victor Munoz.
Looked really lively in the game earlier today, Victor Munoz.
Yeah, he did, really exciting. I have to say, Gakpo outstanding goal and an assist. His contribution today. Neoni, what did he play? 70 minutes earlier on, so he's back out there. Munoz played 45 minutes. And one thing we will see, and he was out on the left-hand side earlier today. He's actually started to come out onto this right-hand side. Kumas has gone out onto the left. And again, something the manager likes to do, just change the wingers about. It's the explosiveness that Victor Munoz has. I think the crowd will really get excited and enjoy it.
Butte downfield. This is Van Dijk. On it goes to Munoz. He beat himself rather than beat his man that time. That little touch that he didn't actually want to have on the ball he got as he was trying the little trick. Here's Jiao. That's Nico Paz. Yankuto and Dovikos. Well, it's probably the best move they've put together. But in the end, it was a cross that just hung up in the air. And Dovikos trying to generate power, couldn't do so.
Yeah, it was a chance, wasn't it? Nico Paz was involved with a lovely little ball in behind that Liverpool defence, and the dink came in. Couldn't really generate the power he needed to trouble Alisson.
A couple of changes coming for Como here. Maxence Kakure will be coming on.
Kakure, he's replacing number 20 Martin Batterina, and also coming on is 23
and Massimo Perrone, one of their impressive midfielders. Again, both of those featured this morning as well. Comes on for their captain, De Cunha. It's nicely done by Keiki Bruno. Plenty of time for Araujo. Inside the final 15 minutes. Ball is delivered long, looking for the run of Kumas. It's Kakure, Chalobah, Perrone, Jiao. Nicely worked. Oh, we're just trying to step it up a little here. They were comfortably second best in the first half. They've worked willfully to try and get back into it in this second period. Kakure again.
Yeah, they look a good side, don't they? But they've just not been able to manage to get that goal to change the momentum, the feeling of this game.
It's a really good win. Isak couldn't quite take it in. Came at him pretty quickly from Ryan Gravenberch.
Well, he's still out there, isn't he, Isak? What's he played now? Over 76 minutes, longest he's played. Featured this pre-season. Has to be seen as a real positive.
He says himself that he's feeling sharper by the day. He's had a good pre-season.
And won't he want to play in that first game of the season?
Oh.
The story?
Yeah.
What a story that is.
Well, an 89th minute winner.
Rio, it's my turn to get the winner here.
This time I'll do the... Well, Liverpool have that good record up at St James's Park. They'd love to add to that in the opening game of the new season. Kirkes was caught by Path. Frimpong. Soboslai, who was caught in possession. And then there's a little bit of petulance from Kakure. He thought he won the ball cleanly, and there's probably an argument that he did, but the referee gave the free kick mainly off the back of everything that we've seen over the last 5-10 minutes. Cesc Fabregas is now getting a little telling off as well from Rob Jones. Munoz will chase.
It might be a friendly, but this will, the desire to win, to be seen from Fabregas there. He didn't think it was a free kick. Thought it was a soft one.
It's offside against Frimpong. The one thing we know about footballers, and Neil, you can certainly testify to this, is that you can be playing a friendly and a nice game, even a testimonial, but as soon as one meaty tackle goes in, it seems to just open the book, and everyone's license then is, right, well, if you're going to hand them out, I can hand them out as well, and it very quickly gets quite fractious.
Yeah, and they'll all be aware that there's an element of protecting themselves to be fit and available for selection next week, not to risk any kind of an injury.
He says Fabregas was a lovely footballer, but he could certainly dish it out when he needed to.
And he was never the biggest out there.
Absolutely not, no.
But like you say, he was outstanding player. I always remember seeing the top assist of Premier League players. His name was always up there, wasn't it? Some of the most assists in Premier League history. I mean, that Spanish midfield. There's him, Alonso, Xavi, Iniesta.
Yeah.
All the best getting in that one.
There's a couple as well who possibly could have got in, but they had so many, didn't they, around that time.
Busquets.
Oh. Araujo with another firm challenge. Here's Giao. Great read. To win the ball by Trainioni. It's a lovely ball as well. Here's Kumas. He's got three waiting in the middle, and he may have just gone a little early with the cross. They were coming with him at pace. He just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, it was a wonderful ball from Gravenberch to find Kumas out on that left-hand side. Trying to find Isak a little bit too early, the cross.
Bruno, and he's replaced by number 3, Alex Valle.
Alex Valle will come on for Kiki Bruno. One back by Liverpool, one back really well by Ryan Gravenberch. Szoboszlai. And he takes a clattering under the challenge. And Liverpool have got another free kick.
Well, he's still going out there, isn't he? There was a little bit of a concerning moment in the second half when we thought he may have hurt himself with the collision, but he's still going. He's out on that right-hand side, winning a free kick for his team. Was it a free kick? Well, Como thought it wasn't. The lino's on that side. He's really well positioned for it. I think he wins the ball, but does he just come through the back of Szoboszlai to win the ball?
Well, there's going to be another change for Liverpool in a moment. But before that's taken, Alexander Isak's coming off in a minute. Be a good time to get a goal now. Well, script writers have been at it tonight. Maybe there's another chapter about to be written. Szoboszlai with the free kick. It's deep to Van Dijk. Headed back across goal, but straight to a blue shirt. And brought away by Diao. Trainee only steps in with the challenge. And that substitution, well, they're not going to quite make it because the throw was taken so quickly, but really good cover by Araujo, who read the danger and got across to deal with it. He looks like he's comfortable, doesn't he? He's come into the side and he just looks one of those players that could play anywhere for any side.
Yeah, he looks a real presence and looks like he's looking forward to this challenge at Liverpool.
Alexander Isak will make way with a few minutes to go for Will Wright to get a few minutes.
Also a change for Como.
A year ago he signed for the club and all in the same day. Made his debut the same night in a game at Anfield. Trevor Chalobah's going to make way as well. And on in his place will come Mark-Oliver Kempf.
Well, that is a huge positive for Liverpool this pre-season. You can talk about all your different positives, but to have Isak fit and available for that first game of the season has to be one. He played 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 82 minutes, and he's had a goal as well.
Well, here come Liverpool again. The cross is early. Cleared away well by Valle. That's Van Dijk. We've got a man over here. Liverpool are scrambling back to cover. It's Diao. Well, he was trying to hit that top corner. He just got underneath it.
That's a big chance. Yeah, a big chance for Como on the counter. Liverpool caught a little bit light defensively. They work it well from that right-hand side over to the edge of the penalty area, and he's gone for top corner rather than just trying to pass it into the bottom corner. He's gone for the spectacular. Didn't trouble Alisson, but that was a big chance for Como.
That's right. On to Munoz. Kakore. Heading for the final 5 minutes. What has got at times in this second half a little bit feisty. It's a ball for Diao. Jeremy Frimpong will be delighted to get 90 minutes under his belt. Remember, he got that little knock in the first game, didn't he? He thought it was going to affect his pre-season, but he's come through really well. That's away by Araujo again. And good players can settle into a new team very quickly. You can see the calmness in which he plays, the calibre he's played at, the quality he plays with. It's a ball that's looking out towards Nico Paz. That's towards Diao again. And Araujo is there again.
He's looked assured, hasn't he? A good little decision from Alisson not to come, to allow him to deal with that situation and not get involved. We have conceded a corner, which we have dealt with up until this point reasonably well, the set pieces.
It's flicked on at the near post. And it was Zhao again. And there was nobody coming in at the far post to turn it in.
Yeah, nobody at the far post gambling to try and get on the end of it.
I'm sure Zhao himself is going for goal, but you'd have expected any of those blue shirts to just try to throw themselves towards it. This is Valle again. Zhao. Good read by Frimpong. His touch was just a fraction heavy. Super nick to win the ball by Milos Kerkez, but then couldn't find the pass for Frimpong. Interesting second half, really, for those fullbacks. They were flying forward in support of a free-flying Liverpool in the first half. Much more defensive in the second half, having to restrict themselves a lot more. Yeah, do the uglier part of the job.
Yeah, for many it'll be the first 90 minutes they've had this pre-season. For Kerkez, he's not played longer than 70.
It's another good challenge by Araujo. Frimpong will clear his lines. Ryan Gravenberch trying to bully his way through 3 challenges. That's Nico Paz, who is knocked off the ball by Milos Kerkez. Munoz moving at pace, 2 in support. Soboslai. Munoz again. Soboslai. Brilliantly done. Oh, and it's just come off the top of the crossbar from Ryan Gravenberch's effort. It would have been a perfect way to sign off in pre-season for Liverpool with what would have been a very classy team goal.
Yeah, he rattles the crossbar in the end, Gravenberch, but it all comes from Munoz, who gets Liverpool high up the pitch with that burst forward. Central midfielders Soboslai and Gravenberch combining for that effort at goal.
Well, now the ball flies forward down the other end, and once again they put a firm lid on any danger of a goal being conceded. Araujo and Virgil van Dijk. There's very little time left. There's not going to be any injury time at the end of this. Well, this is the moment where Dovikos thought he was in on goal. Alisson to the rescue.
Yeah, he should have scored. Flag didn't come up. It's a brilliant save in the end from Alisson.
Well, this is the last chance of the game. A chance for Como to get themselves a goal. Virgil van Dijk perhaps inevitably with the header. Rob Jones will bring an end to this pre-season friendly. And Liverpool sign off in pre-season with a win, and an impressive win at that, against Champions League opposition in Como from Serie A. The damage was done in the first half. Cody Gakpo with the first, Jeremy Jacquet on debut with the second. They could have had more. Como got better in the second half, but Liverpool was sound and solid, and that's a really good win for them.
Yeah, it was a real good test this evening for Liverpool against a decent side in Como. Caused a lot of problems for Liverpool. First half was a lot more pleasing, a lot more attacking. At times Liverpool didn't enjoy it particularly much that second half, but it's all about being ready for next week. Pre-season's over, real stuff starts next week.
Yes, it is time for the big business now. America's gone out of the way, all the pre-season's gone, and it finishes well. Liverpool 2, Como 0.
At the start of every year, I find myself wondering again, constantly questioning life's mysteries. Could I make it in the UFC octagon?
When Jeff Probst asks survivors, ready?
Do they ever want to say no? Has Dexter ever considered meditation? Will Beth and Rip make it last on the new series Dutton Ranch? If not, Rip, call me.